So one of the big things I see when we are really trying to elevate to that next level in our lives, we have a big vision, a big goal, yet we always find ourselves in a rut. We always find ourselves having a hurdle, or we end up procrastinating. And for me, what I've realized throughout my years, whether it's battling cancer, whether it's helping individuals now, who are going through difficult times, is not having momentum into our lives. And what momentum ultimately is when we write down 1 or 2 or 3 goals that we want to reach throughout that day or complete, no matter what happens, we make sure we get those goals done. For me, when I find myself getting in the biggest rut is I'll write down 2 or 3 goals and I'll get 1 or 2 of them done. But yet the hardest or the scariest task, I will say I'll just do tomorrow. And next thing you know, tomorrow comes and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. And I keep saying tomorrow and it never gets done. Day after day, weeks after weeks, month after month. And next thing you know, I look back and I'm like, oh, I'm completing these tasks. But the one task that's gonna really push me forward is what I've been procrastinating on. And that is what momentum's all about, is keeping the promises you make to yourself, doing all the tasks that you set out. So when you say you're gonna do something, you make sure you get it done that day. And not only is it going to build momentum, but it's going to build confidence in your life as well. And I'm going to share a little story on my cancer journey of how this really helped me. So, when I was really recovering from cancer, I just got out of the hospital and, I was learning to walk again. I was 110 pounds. I was basically skin and bone and really rebuilding my life again. And I remember the first couple of weeks, I didn't necessarily have the doctors there to hold me accountable anymore, and I was kind of on my own. And every day I'd say, I'll get up and I'll go, try to walk, and I'll try to, do some PT and things like that. And every day I'd find myself procrastinating, not doing the things I needed to do. And guess what? After about a week and a half, I ended up going back into the hospital because my vitals, my blood pressure, my temperature, my standing heart rate was, through the roof. And it's because I wasn't keeping the promises I made to myself. I wasn't trying to heal myself. I was just letting myself go. Now, this is an extreme, but I want to share with you guys. When I got back from the hospital, I realized this was a life or death situation for me, and I need to start keeping the promises I made to myself. I started to slowly start walking again. I'd put 2 lawn chairs in my driveway, and I'd get up, I'd walk about 25 meters, I'd sit down, and then I'd go back and I'd do it again. Then I would get into my basement, and I'd start lifting 5-pound weights, and then I'd start eating a little bit more. And every day I would keep the promise I made to myself. And guess what happened? I started to heal. I started to gain my strength back. I started to gain my confidence because I was keeping my promises I made to myself. So it was building momentum, it was building confidence, and it was building courage in my life too. So when scary, tasks would come up where I knew okay, I had to push these lawn chairs a little further today, right? I need to eat a little bit more, or I need to go to another doctor's visit, or whatever it was. I knew that the momentum and the confidence was giving me the courage to push myself forward. And as I continued to do it, months and months go by, it wasn't like I have to get up and I have to do this. It wasn't a daunting task anymore. What it was I know this is pushing the needle forward, and this is helping me become a better version of myself. So for you, what is the task that has been scaring you for so long that if maybe you just get it done, it's really not as bad as you think it was? Because I'll tell you right now, once I started doing it, it was actually not bad at all. It was actually giving me the confidence. It was giving me more fulfillment. It was giving me more joy and happiness in my day because I was actually completing stuff that was challenging in my life. And anything worthwhile is going to have some type of challenge. It's going to have some type of setback or failure. Did I fail along the way? Of course I did. But I put my, one foot in front of the other, and I just kept going. So whatever task you're facing today, make sure you keep that promise to yourself. You get it done today. And I promise you, as you continue every day to build those blocks up and build that confidence up, build that courage up, build that momentum into your life, you will start to see so much success, so much fulfillment, so much more happiness, and so much more impact, not just in your life, but others' lives as well. So I hope this helped you guys. I just want to talk about the power of momentum. I want to talk about the power of doing the hard tasks in keeping the promises you make to yourself and how it's going to bring more joy, more happiness, more impact, and more fulfillment into your life. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I promise you, you're not that far from your big goal, and let's get after it. I'll talk to you guys soon.